today, as you can see, it's another day and another video. So this is a love knot, and I make a sample here. So this is very easy. We start working from this one here. So this is the stitches that we will be working, and we are going to turn it to this crochet square here. Okay, so it is very easy, guys, and I'll be using my 3mm hook, and this yarn is cotton yarn, which is 4-ply cotton yarn. So you can use any yarns you have on hand, and just use the hook size that is recommended. Okay, so if you're going to make a bigger piece, and you will be working multiple, it's not a multiple, but you will be needing an odd number. Okay, so you will be just like chaining. For example, here I have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 and 11. Okay, so this is how you started. So whatever chain it is, if you need longer, just work with the odd number of loops. Okay, so this is our love knots, which I'm going to show you guys. So without further ado, let's get into our tutorial. Okay, so to start with our project, this is love knots crochet. So I'm using my 3mm hook, and this one is a 4-ply cotton yarn. You can use whatever yarn you have on hand, and just use the crochet hook that is recommended. Okay, to start is we're going to always do our slip knot and pull tight, and we're going to chain 2, yarn over and pull up. So this is our 2 chains, and we're going to single crochet into the first chain that we have created, and make sure that you are grabbing 2 strands, and yarn over, pull up your loop, and we're going to single crochet. Okay, so this is the beginning of our love knots making. Okay, so pull your yarn up. Okay, so there's a lot of ways that you can do this. Okay, so myself is, I'm going to show you. I use my thumb, okay, to use as a gauge for my loops. Okay, so to have a similar or the same length. Okay, so I just place my thumb, and then I yarn over and pull up a yarn just like that, and I go back inside and insert and yarn over, pull up a loop. You have 2 loops on your hook, and yarn over, pull through 2. So as you can see, this is the beginning of our love knots. So you have 3 strands of yarn, and this is our love knots. So that is 1. We're going to do the second one. Pull up your yarn and insert your thumb and yarn over, pull up your loop, and you need to go inside and yarn over, pull through, 2 loops and yarn over, pull through for your single crochet. And now we have 2 that is completed. Okay, so we have that, and we are going to continue. So I'm going to show you a different way to make this without using your thumb. Okay, so you pull your yarn. Okay, you just have to eyeball it, how long you have. You can do like that, but if you do this and then you're going to yarn over and pull through, and you are going to go inside this ring or circle, okay, and pull up your yarn, and now you have 2 loops on your hook and yarn over and do your single crochet. Okay, so this is the same way. It's just using your thumb is easier for me. It works for me because, you know, the thumb is my gauge for my circle, okay, for my loops, to have it the same size. Okay, so with this one is you just have to eyeball them and you do the same thing. Insert and pull up. You have 2 loops and yarn over and complete your single crochet. Okay, so either way is okay to use. As I mentioned, you know, if you find other ways to do your loops, that is totally okay. You can go for it, you know. Okay, so we have to continue and working with this. If you're going to work on a rose and stuff like that, and if you're making it into something, you need to have an odd number. Okay, for example, this one at the moment we have 2, 4, 6, 7. Okay, so this 7 is, you can go back and do your second row, but I'm going to add a little bit more, like 3, and I'll make it like 9, and then I'm going to show you how to work on the second row. Okay, so I'm just using my thumb secret or magic, okay, so to work this. Okay, so now we have 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 6, 8. I have 10 now. Okay, we need to have 9. 2, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Okay, so now we're going to move to our second row. So working in a second row, when you do the second row, the turning chain, okay, is we need to have 3 love knots. So this is our turning chain. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, and into this single crochet we have to work. So you have to skip, like this one is first single crochet, 1, 2, 3, then you have 1, 2, 3 loops. Okay, and into the 4th you're going to insert and insert there, and be mindful to just grab 2 strands and pull up a loop. Oh, it went back out. Okay, pull up your loop and you have 2 loops, and you're going to yarn over and then complete your single crochet. Now we have created this loop. Okay, so we have 1 2 3. Okay, so to continue, we're going to make 2 love knots so we can connect 1 2, and then we pull down and we stretch our work. Okay, now we are going to skip the next single crochet, and we are going to work on the second single crochet. You skip 1, and to the next we're going to insert and do our single crochet. Pull up your yarn and yarn over, pull through 2, and we're going to do 2 love knots, 1 2, and the same thing that we did here. So now we have this diamond shape that we created. Okay, so this, the corner is, we have a triangle, and now here we have a diamond, 4 sides, or a square, you call that, whatever you call that. And if we stretch, okay, we have 2 love knots, and we have to skip 2 as well, okay, and 1 single crochet, and we're going to connect into the second single crochet with our single crochet. Okay, so it is a little bit confusing, okay, from start, but if you just have a look, okay, we need to have 1 2 3 4 love knots, 1 2 3 4 love knots, and after that we're going to pull and create another 2 love knots, and pull and create another love knots. We have created 2, and we have 2 left. Okay, so skip this single crochet. Into the last single crochet we're going to do our single crochet and complete your single crochet. Okay, so we are finished with our round 2. Okay, so we have 3 complete, 2 3, and this one is half. Okay, so moving on to the third, or the next row, which is the third row, we're going to create 3 love knots, 1 2 and 3. Okay, so as you can see there, using my thumb is, you can reassure yourself that you have like a similar, you know, loops. Okay, so now we're going to turn our work. Okay, you need to make sure this is where we started, and our work is facing up, which is our first row is this one, our second row is this one. Now we're going to work on to the middle stitch, okay, or the chain that we haven't worked yet. Okay, so this one is the work one. We are going to work on the stitch that is in the middle. Okay, so we have 1 2 3, and we're going to work into this next single crochet, or the first single crochet of the row, and do our single crochet. And after, so if we have a look on that, okay, so this is how it looks like. And then after the corner, okay, so the turning chain working into the next row is we need to have always 1 2 3 love knots, and in the middle is we're going to work 2 love knots, 1 and 2. Okay, then we're going to stretch our work, so we are working on the right direction, because you can make a mess easily. Okay, so as you can see, this is straight and this is our second row. Now we are going to work in this single crochet. And we're going to create 2 1 and 2, and then now we're going to spread again. As you can see, this is our job. Okay, so if you will see, if you're going to see that from here, because we are going to connect it here, 1 2 3 4 love knots. So if you will count that, and then you will be okay. So when we started, we have created 1, and then we did connected here. So if you count 1 2 3 4, and then you connect this one as well, it should be 1 2 3 4, and then we're going to connect here. Okay, so insert and then do our single crochet and 2 love knots, 1 2, and we need to put down, and now 1 2 3 4, we're going to work into this single crochet. Insert and pull up a yarn and single crochet. Now as we finish our row, as you can see, this is how it looks like. Okay, it is so messy, but when you stretch it, you will see this is our work like that. You need to use all your fingers and stuff. Okay, so this is how it looks like. Now we're moving to row 4, which is we're going to create 3 love knots, 1 2 and 3. Now we're going to turn our work, as you can see. Okay, so if you just like spread that a little bit, you will see. Okay, so from here 1 2 3 4, or you count 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you will see that you will be connecting your single crochet into this single crochet. Okay, so let's work on that. Okay, insert and pull up a loop, yarn over, and then complete your single crochet. Create 2 love knots, 1, and 2, and now we're going to spread our work. You count 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. As you can see, we are working this way. So if you count that 1, 2, 3, 4, we're going to connect into this next single crochet. Insert and pull up your yarn and complete your single crochet. Now create 2 love knots, 1 and 2, then spread your work as you can see. Okay, so this is how it looks like. Okay, this is our work facing. You count 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're going to connect into this single crochet. So every row, as you can see here, the next row will be working in this single crochet. We will be working there. Okay, so just be mindful for that. And now we're going to create another 2 love knots, 1, 2, and we place it down to see where we're going to connect. I say 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to connect into this. If you can see, guys, 1, 2, 3, 4, connect into this single crochet here. Okay, so this is our row 4 looks like. As you can see here, this is how it looks like. Now moving on to row 5, we're going to create 3 love knots, 1, 2, and 3. Now we're going to turn our work, and as you can see from here, you get to spread. Okay, so this is how it looks like. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, and this top here, the single crochet, we're going to connect into that. And complete your single crochet. So that's why I mentioned before, guys, don't make your single crochet tight, because when it's tight and then it is hard to insert. After that, we're going to create 2 love knots, 1 and 2. So every row, in our next row, we will be working into this first single crochet. Okay, because we created 2 and then that's the middle. Okay, so if you look at here, we're going to 1 2 3 4, we are going to work into this single crochet here. Then single crochet, create 2, one, and 2, and then spread. Okay, now as you can see, 1 2 3 and 4, and this single crochet we're going to connect our love knot. And making 2, 1 and 2, and spread our work or stretch our work. And as you can see, we have 1 2 3 and 4, and we're going to connect here. Our single crochet, and we have completed our row. So as you can see, this is how it's going up, and it's straight here as well. Okay, and that is like very, very cute. I really like it. Okay, so moving on to our next, to start our row, is we're going to create 3, 1, 2, and 3. Now we're going to turn our work, and we just like, I just like to do that so we can see, okay, where we're going. Okay, and we have 1 2 3 4, and then this space is here. That's where we are going to connect. Okay, so this is our row. We're going to connect here, 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 and there. Okay, so first, single crochet, creating 2 love knots, 1, 2, and as I mentioned, we can see this. We are going to, as you count, 1 2 3 4, this is the next single crochet, so we're going to single crochet into that, and 2 love knots. Oops, 2 love knots, 1. This is really, really fun if you're making this like as a big piece. Okay, so as you can see, 1 2 3 4, this space here, we're going to do our single crochet. 1. So this single crochet here is where we're going to work on our next row, and then this is the second one. The second one is where we connect. Okay, now we get into the end of the row. 1 2 3 4, and here is our single crochet that we will be working. Sometimes it is not easy to get in, especially if you tied it up. Okay, so now we have this if we stretch it out like that, as you can see, you can see your work like that. It is really pretty. Excuse me. So working on the next row is always create 3 love knots for our working chain, 2 and 3, and turn your work. And the first, this is where we're going to work. Okay, if it is easier for you guys when you do your rows, you can place a stitch marker, okay, but you count 1 2 3 4, and this is where you connect and 2 love knots, 1 2, and then as you can see, we're going this way, so this is the next single crochet that we will be connecting. Love knots. So if you're making this and you're going to work the next row, this is where you put your stitch marker. I will going to show you guys. Okay, I'll grab a few stitch marker and I'm going to use that over there. Okay, and this is the other one that we will be working. If this helps you, or if this works for you, and this is where we're going to connect. So this is the single crochet that we created. Okay, so we have 1 single crochet, one love knot here, and now we're going to create the second one. I think I just pulled that. Okay, I'll make the second one first, and then I'll put back my stitch marker into the middle for our next row. And then now we're going to connect here and create our love knots. 1 and then 2. And this first one here, we're going to place our stitch marker because we will be working a single crochet in this part here. So as you can see, we have all marked, and then now we're going to connect into the last single crochet, and we complete our single crochet. And from here we're going to do 3, 1, 2 and 3. Okay, so doing this is where you're going to work later. I'm going to place a single crochet, a stitch marker there, and we're going to turn our work. Now don't work here because that will be our next row. We will be working into the next row. So we have 1 2 3 4. As you can see, we have 1 2 3 4. We're going to work into this. So I'm just going to take my stitch marker out and I'm going to do my single crochet here. So if this works for you guys, and go for it. And as you can see, this is the next row that you will be working, and then make 2 love knots, 1 and 2, and into the first one, into this first one, place your stitch marker back because we will be working that in the next row. And you can see 1 2 3 4, we have our stitch marker in the next, and we will be working our single crochet into this and connect, and 2 love knots, 1 and 2, place it down, and where your first single crochet, you're going to place your stitch marker back, as we will be working on that next. Okay, so as you can see, 1 2 3 and 4, this is our stitch marker. And I hope this clears everything up. And 2 love knots, and into the first one, place our stitch marker, and as you can see, 1 2 3 4, this is our last that we will be working to finish our row complete. Okay, so hopefully guys, as you can see, this is how your job look like. If you're going to spread this or stretch it out, and this is your corner. If you stretch this thing over here, that is how it looks like. This one as well, this one as well, and this one as well. Okay, so this is how it looks like. Okay, so as you can see, it is very stretchy. Okay, but this is a square at the moment. Okay, hopefully guys, this tutorial you learn from this. And if you do have any comments, any questions, okay, any tips that you want to ask, okay, if you're lost or anything like that, leave a comment down below, and I will do my best, okay, to answer all of your questions and to put up more videos for you to understand more. Okay, so any comments if how I can do better, okay, please leave the comment down below, and I will do my best to create a more educational video, I suppose. Okay. Okay guys, so thank you very much for watching, and hopefully this makes sense. As you can see, it is really pretty, and to stay tuned for my next video. I'm thinking of making a wearable top out of this love knots. Okay, so thank you very much, guys, and enjoy your day, everyone, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.